My wife's baby brother hid cameras in my daughter's nursery, so I did much more than just expose him. 2 years later, he's asking for help because people like him can't handle prison. My wife Anna and I had this perfect little life going. We owned our house in the suburbs, had a 1-year-old daughter, and everything felt stable for the first time in my life. Growing up in foster care taught me to value security above everything else, so having my own family and home meant the world to me. Anna came from one of those big, chaotic families where everyone was always in each other's business. Her younger brother Derek was the golden child who could do no wrong in her eyes, even though he was pushing 30 and still couldn't keep a job or apartment for more than 6 months. So when Derek called Anna crying about losing both his job and his place, I already knew what was coming. She gave me those puppy dog eyes asking if he could crash with us for just a week or two until he got back on his feet. I wanted to say no, but Anna was already planning where he'd sleep and talking about how family helps family. Derek showed up 2 days later with 3 garbage bags of clothes. The first week actually went okay. Derek helped with dishes, played with our daughter, and even fixed our squeaky bathroom door. Anna kept shooting me these "see, I told you so" looks whenever Derek did something helpful, but then little things started changing. Derek began leaving his dishes in the sink overnight. He'd monopolize the TV during my usual downtime after work. He started using our garage as his personal workshop for some mysterious project that involved power tools at weird hours. The real turning point came when I overheard him on a phone call in the kitchen. He was talking to some friend and casually referred to our house as his place while describing where to pick him up. That's when I started paying closer attention and taking mental notes of everything Derek did. He made himself a spare key without asking. He invited friends over for dinner without checking with us first. One evening I came home from work to find 4 strangers drinking beer in my kitchen, while Derek played host like he owned the place. When Derek introduced me to his guests, something in his tone made me feel like the outsider in my own home. Anna defended him again when I tried to talk to her about boundaries. She said I was being controlling and that Derek was just trying to feel comfortable. 2 months in, I finally put my foot down and told Derek he needed to find his own place by the end of the month. He smiled and nodded but never actually gave me a direct answer. A few days later, I came home to find him rearranging our living room furniture because he thought it would flow better this way. That night, Anna exploded at me for making Derek feel unwelcome. I realized Derek had been whispering in her ear about how unreasonable I was being. He was playing us against each other while slowly taking over our lives. I contacted a lawyer about eviction procedures and learned Derek had been getting mail delivered to our address, which complicated things legally. The lawyer said it could take months to get him out through official channels. Things escalated when Derek filed a police report claiming I had shoved him during an argument that never happened. I had to install security cameras throughout the house and started recording every interaction we had. Derek would smile and act friendly whenever the cameras were rolling, but his whole demeanor changed when he thought no one was watching. The breaking point came during a power outage last month. I found Derek in the garage messing with our electrical panel with a flashlight. When I asked what he was doing, he claimed he was trying to help restore power, but something about his story didn't add up. We got into the biggest fight yet. Derek finally dropped his nice guy mask and screamed that I didn't deserve the house or the life I had because I hadn't built anything myself. He said people like me who grew up in foster care would never understand real family loyalty. Anna witnessed the whole thing and finally saw Derek for who he really was. She told him he had to leave immediately, but Derek just laughed and said no one could make him go anywhere. I documented every unauthorized purchase he'd made, every boundary he'd crossed, and every lie he'd told. I found a legal loophole since Derek had never paid rent or signed any lease agreement. The sheriff-assisted removal happened on a Tuesday morning. Derek tried to film the whole thing and play victim, but I handed over a thick folder of documentation to the officers. As they escorted him out, Derek turned back to me with this cold smile and said I hadn't seen the last of him. For 3 weeks, everything felt normal again. Anna and I repaired our relationship and set stronger boundaries with her family. Our daughter started sleeping better